A musicologist is a fancy word for someone who studies music history. I'm Jessica Sternfeld, and I'm an assistant professor in the Hall Musico Conservatory of Music. I teach courses for all of our music majors, no matter what kind of music major they are, in music history. So I teach music of the Baroque, Classical, Romantic, and Modern eras. I also teach the Senior Capstone Seminar for the BA in music students. The BA Senior Capstone Seminar gathers all of the junior and senior students that have a BA in music major. And the goal of that class is to make all of them basically musicologists. Each of them picks their own research topic, and we work as a group on the steps that you have to take to get to a final research project, even though everyone's topics are completely different. We talk about how to form an annotated bibliography, how to come up with an original angle on your own field, how to write an outline, how to draft, how to revise again, how to revise again. We give each other feedback throughout. So by the end, each student has written an original and completely individualized research paper, but we've also learned 14 other fields from helping out each other the whole time. I tell my students always that there's a line of scholars that came before them, and their job is to be the next one. So they have to know the state of the field before them, and then they have to find their position in that field. And so they say, this person said A, this person said B, I newly arrived on the scene, I'm saying this thing. It draws a little bit on A, it kind of disagrees with B, here is my contribution to the field, now that I've become an expert at the primary source and knowledgeable about all of the secondary material that came before me. When I work one-on-one with students, usually the goal is to get them into grad school. So what we're doing is learning how to sell themselves, really, to graduate schools as a musicologist. So it's a balance of teaching them how to do their own original scholarship and then how to present themselves to a graduate school. So my job is to give the performers that cultural context, that historical context for what they're doing, but also to give the students who are particularly interested in becoming scholars the opportunity to thrive at that. So performers culminate in a senior recital, scholars culminate in a research project in the senior seminar. At Chapman, they get it. They understand that this is feeding their lives as musicians. So by the time they're seniors, I feel like even those that aren't going to stay in scholarly fields have become music scholars. They're very focused, and I really appreciate how hard they work.